The veneers are shaking. The crime stories are shaking. The cargo is shaking. Los Angeles is shaking. The presidential election is shaking. I don't know who's shaking, Lil Yachty or Caribou. The protests are shaking, and almost 1 million Americans today came out for a protest against what Trump is doing to the government, called the Hands Off protest, against Elon Musk and Trump imposing these tariffs that are going to raise the prices for American people, and these are prices that we just cannot pay. There's a lot to this story. Let's talk about it. About 1,400 individual protests broke out today all over. This is one in Philly. This is a protest in Xenia, Ohio, right by the college I went to, Central State, recorded by my best friend from elementary school's mom. They were out there protesting their right all over in the middle of the rain. We've had like flash flood warnings all day, and she went out there and the rest of the city was out there fighting for their right early. By the time I was like, is it still going on? They were wrapping it up, but that was like, they did that all morning. This is really powerful because this is the great equalizer, economics, how we're able to feed ourselves, feed our family, have home and shelter, and all that is dependent on whether or not we stick together in these times. This is Chicago. And, right now, just as a young black girl who only has a voice, all I can do is speak. But you guys went out there and marched. And I think that that's beautiful, but I need to use my voice to warn y'all, the other, girls of color and influencers and people in the industries, beauty and things like that. I have to talk to y'all real quick about what is going to change with these tariffs. I got to talk to us so you can know what to grab and what to be prepared for. So everybody knows that food is going to go up, and, coffee, they said, went up like last Monday. Gas, things like that is going to go up for everybody. But I want to explain to y'all that people that are in the beauty industry, they're saying go buy your hair right now. Go buy your bundles right now. Go buy your lashes right now. If you have a lash business, you have a nail business, go buy your acrylic powders or whatever. Those things you get from China, grab them now, because the Chinese are the main ones that's never going to take it back. Okay, so this is an article from January this year, and they're talking about the soybeans. Now, when I talked to my dad earlier, he said that the soybean farmers are having huge issues. They're done for because now China is no longer buying any soybeans from the U.S. at all. They're buying it from Brazil or Argentina. And this is all the way back in January, where they're saying even though there were delays on Brazilian soybeans, they don't care. They'll wait. That's how hard they're not fooling with us. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Call your vendor and get a big bulk now, because that price is going to skyrocket and you may not be able to afford your wig business, your for real, your esthetician business, because you need the black dye and it come from China. Get all that stuff now. You see what I'm saying? They got port fees. Like, they're taxing the people that are bringing it in. In a minute, we're going to have to get rid of those. People are getting laid off by the drones. Now, you think you're going to be ordering? And that's what I'm saying. People talking about ordering from Shein and Fashion Nova. I've never been that girl. People that know me, that know the real me, do not online shop. I probably had one Shein order in my life, and it was bathing suits, and I had to do it. Because my friend told me to almost even test it. I don't buy things from online. I go to the stores. Now with the stores closing, I wonder how we're going to have to do that. You know what I mean? But I'm still never been a girl that this will be affected by. But say you are a clothesline person and you do your AliExpresses and you do your Sheins to get white bathing suits so you can put your print on them. You're about to go out of business. I hope not. But you see what I'm saying? Those little people that do stuff like that, grab all your raw materials now, as many as you can. And it might seem over budget, but baby, unless you want to totally go out of business because it's 4 or 5 times the price, forget 3. We can't even ship it in. So the severity of this is grander. This is Portland, Maine, over 2,500 in attendance, which is wonderful. And I'm really sad for these people's jobs and well being in this era. So he just extended TikTok, right? For another, like, what is it, 75 days or 175 days? Something like that. But I've got to like June 1st or sometime in June for them to renegotiate the buyer for TikTok. But Trump is an entertainer. Your average government worker, your average TSA worker, he doesn't care nothing about y'all. He cares about the celebrities. He cares about the rich people. So, I'm praying for everybody. We're all in this boat. Some of us are sinking deeper than others, though, and everybody needs a life jacket.